Creating content is honestly one of the biggest bottlenecks in growing any business. Whether you run an agency, startup, or a personal brand, the content treadmill never stops. You have to come up with the ideas, do the research, create the graphics, and format everything for different platforms. LinkedIn requires one format, X requires another, and you have to schedule this across all platforms every single day. It can be exhausting. It kills your creativity because you're doing the busy work when you should be strategizing. I experienced this firsthand. I'm a builder by trade. I make software products. I realized my businesses were failing not because the products were bad, but because I simply couldn't keep up with the content creation. I didn't want to run ads in the beginning, so I relied on organic content, but keeping up with the demand, being consistent, and chasing trends was impossible. So naturally, I engineered a way out. Being a software engineer, I didn't want to hire a marketing team or an agency. I actually wanted to hire AI employees. So I created a system of AI agents that could talk to each other. This is BrandBrain. It took me from marketing burnout to fully automated inbound, spending maybe 30 minutes a week on it. The AI agents learn from your preferences and approvals. The more you interact, the more they understand your style and tone. Now, I rarely spend time reviewing because it has my preferences nailed down. Think of BrandBrain as the cursor or cloud code for marketing. You talk with the AI agents to do your marketing. You set the vibes and the framework, and the AI agents follow instructions. You stop acting like a copywriter and start acting like a creative director. You control the strategy while the agents handle the heavy lifting, deep research, formatting, and execution. Let me show you the setup. It takes seconds. So you start with the email here. You enter your email. You'll get a magic link in your email, and then click on the link that you receive in your mailbox, and you're in. First, select your platforms and formats. So you have Instagram, Twitter, Threads, and LinkedIn. I'm going to select all of it. You can also set specific instructions for these generations, which I'll show you later. Now you have the topics and niche. These become your content default. Next, set up your topics. You have the predefined topics for guidance here, marketing and growth, business and startups, SaaS and software, AI and technology, and personal branding. Now also add the specific niches and topics that I want to talk about, which is digital marketing, AI automation, NA10 automations, lead generation, cold emailing. You get the idea. And the target audience is the next one we have to fill out. Same way you have the predefined audiences here. I'm going to target entrepreneurs, marketers, developers, small business owners, creators, freelancers, and professionals, and executives. Same way you can add custom audiences here, build in public audience, and any other ICPs that you can think of. The more specific it is, the better the content created will be. So these topics and niche act as the seed words for AI to keep track of the news and also to find fresh content. And also it helps to build your authority in that space. And also add latest AI news within the week here. And next up is brand voice. I like storytelling. Content tone is, I'm going to just select everything. And I'm going to do next. Now you get to the review screen, and then you can start the first run. You need to sign up for the free trial where you get free credits. I'm going to sign up for that now and come back to the screen. Once you do sign up, you'll be taken back to the screen where you can kick off the run again. So let me do that quickly now. So you're back on the screen. I'm going to start my first run. So now you can see that once the generation kicks off, you land on the main chat screen. You can see that the agent is thinking, what sources it is checking, and how it's building the strategy. You can expand and collapse this as well. You can see that it's personalizing, getting the content defaults. So it's now creating the content strategy here and then trying to create the first batch of content. For the first run, it is quite conservative. It won't create a whole lot of content. It will try to create in smaller batches. The AI agents in the beginning intend to be a little bit conservative, but the more you interact with it, the more confidence it gets. There will be less back and forth. So you can see that it has thought through content strategy per platform, vertical TTS scripts, Instagram Reels, Twitter, multi-post threads, frequency 3 to 4 times a week, Reels 3 to 4 times a week. I'll show you how to change the cadence in a little bit. So now it has started creating the content. You can see that it's creating the Instagram script, LinkedIn post. I'll wait for that to finish. It has finished creating the first batch now. It has created 5 pieces of content. We can actually change the cadence a little bit and then actually ask it to create even more content. You can simply chat with it here. I'm going to say, I actually want to create at least one LinkedIn post every day and also 3 to 4 times every day on Twitter and Threads, 3 to 4 posts every day. 1 reel a day for Instagram. Remember this preference. When you talk back and forth, it should already store. To solidify it a little bit more, I'm actually telling it explicitly, remember this preference. I'm going to send that. And you can see that it actually is going ahead and creating the rest of the content here. And saying that I will save this posting preference and create content to match this much more active cadence. While that is working, I want to show you quickly where the preferences are being stored. You can see user preferences here. And there you can see the LinkedIn 1 post per day, Twitter 3 to 4 posts per day, and the target audience, the content pillars, brand voice, everything. Now you can add manual rules. Think of this like cursor rules or cloud code rules. You can add your own custom rules and edit or delete the existing ones. And the content defaults that you can see here, these are the ones that you selected during onboarding. You can see all the topics and niche selected, all your audiences, brand voice, etc. You feel free to change that after that. And I'm going to select tweet as well. I think I forgot to select this. Platform wide instructions here, and you can also expand it. More specific preferences here. How long do you want the reel to be? I have given 60 seconds and caption limit is 300 characters. And same for tweets and other formats, tweet 500 characters. If you don't have the premium subscription, you can reduce it. And Threads, 500 character limit. LinkedIn, I usually go for 1,500 to 3,000 characters. You can change it there. And that is content defaults. Also, you can give additional voice and tone instructions here as well. So now you can see that it has actually created a bunch of reels and threads, posts, and you can see how fast it is actually. And that didn't even take 5 minutes. When a batch is done, click on a specific piece like a LinkedIn post here to see the content of it. The tab becomes context aware, meaning that it knows that you're talking about this post here. You can also use quick actions here. Click on edits, make it shorter, make longer. What I usually do is once it gets all your preferences nailed down, say if you have used it for a couple of days, it has a pretty good idea. If you don't use it for those 2 days, then nothing will happen. But then I can just do instant improve and it will improve the post instant. I don't have to do much back and forth there. The one I find myself using again and again is that sometimes when the news kind of pieces comes out, I do a fact check and critique and also add the CTS for my products if I have any products added. It's already pretty good. You can also do micro edits here. Let's see if I want to remove the last line here. There is a chat bubble that will open up and I can just say remove it, and that will be sent to the chat on the right side. Now you can see that question has been removed. You can also go to the content review page to see all the content that has been generated. If you click on a content, the content preview page will open up on the right side, similar to the one from the main chat window. If I just want to view just LinkedIn posts, I can do that in this gallery view. And I can open it up, generate the image much like what you do in the main chat page, and upload the content from here as well. If you want to quickly go through them and review them one by one very quickly without the chat back and forth, I use the needs changes and I quickly say change the hook. I'm not really sure this is the best hook, something like that. Now mark as need changes, and then I'll go to the next one and so on and so forth. Let me just quickly switch over to my main account to show you how to generate the images and stuff like that. So this is my live account, what I use to generate content and create posts. You will land in main chat once you log in again. You do have other options here. Without going to the content review, I can actually do a prioritized queue review here. If you do review the content queue, say if you have multiple content and then you just want to focus on reviewing prioritize the time sensitive ones first, I just click on that one. You can also type your own prompt here to do whatever you want within the system. It's doing a duplicate check and all that, and it's coming back with the analysis. Spacing concerns are there. I can actually talk to it and ask it to correct any problems in the content calendar if it is spaced too near or spaced too apart. Very few Instagram posts scheduled despite 75 pending reels. That's because I haven't generated any avatars yet, which I will show you in a minute. Show me all the prioritized LinkedIn posts and show me in a panel right here. I'll send that. So now you get all the LinkedIn posts here. Let's see if we can add an image to this LinkedIn post. This has some statistics here. So I'm just going to say, can you actually create an informative infographic for this LinkedIn post? I send that. It's now creating the image. You can also ask it what type of image you recommend to creating and then create that one. So that is your infographic right there. That was created right now. It's actually not bad. Using Nano Banana Pro, you can see there's a pie chart. There's some other charts here. The text is pretty good as well. I'm going to approve and schedule from right here. And after that, you can go to your schedule to see the post that was scheduled. So it's still working. It is still using an AI agent. It's not schedule slot mechanism that you have here. Once you provide your cadence, how many posts that you want posted, the AI calculates where to insert the post. You will have to add in preferences though, which time zone you are in, so that AI knows what time zones that you want to stick. Still scheduling. While that is running, I can actually show you, if you go to conversations, you can see the agent actually running there. So that is scheduling the post here now. While that is running, I can show you in my content review, for once you have Instagram Reels, you can actually upload your photo or create an avatar in the avatars page, and then you can generate the audio, attach the background, etc. to create an Instagram Reel. Let me show you quickly what that looks like. If I go to schedule, I think I have a few already published on Instagram. So I'm going to choose Instagram published, and it will look like something like this.
Spending hours manually repurposing content. Stop.
That's my voice.
Watch me turn one idea into posts on 4 platforms in under 2 minutes.
So that's what it looks like. You have the avatar overlay here. It is in my voice. It is voice instant clone. And
I open brand, connect my accounts, tell chat what I need. Done.
This is about 22 seconds, but it can be longer. Say 1 minute, 90 seconds. It can be even longer, but the quality starts to drop. You set your avatars here, take a photo, generate with AI, and also you can add your products to be promoted here. I have two added here. One is this app itself, which I use to write my LinkedIn posts, and this is another product that I'm working on. This is very valuable for anyone who sells digital products. You can nurture and test different audiences and pitch your products to them. On the schedule page, you can actually see the LinkedIn post schedule here for I think 4:30 p.m. on Saturday. You can also go to the gallery view or the calendar view to switch things around. So now it has spread it out. I do actually post 2 to 3 times on LinkedIn. Saturday, that is a post that was created. You can unschedule it or reschedule it if you want. So that's what basically BrandBrain is. So the more you interact with it, the faster it learns. Distribution is life or death for a product. This applies to anyone who rely on social media marketing to sell their services or products. You basically have a few choices. Hit an expensive agency, $5,000 a month, or do it yourself and burn out, or hire an AI employee like this. I built this to turn distribution into a background process. If you want to build an audience and test markets or sell products without burnout, go to BrandBrain, start the free trial, and hire your first AI marketing brain.